Hello. So, Kerala Public Service Commission had uh, advertised for Assistant Engineer Kerala Water Authority in 2012, and they had conducted a written test in 2016, and almost 200 plus people got a government job, Kerala Government Assistant Engineer job. So, the last rank candidate, open category candidate who got advised was 177th rank. The Idava candidate rank up to which advised is 188, SC 282, ST all the candidates were advised. In Muslim category 183 rank the candidate also got the final call. The rank list is now over. So the marks secured by the 177th rank candidate in written test was almost 23 marks. Similarly, for Iraq category it was 22, and Muslim category it was 25, and SC category it was around 22. The first ranker candidate got around 39 marks in the written test. So there were around 100 questions, and so this is basically the range of marks which were secured by these candidates. So the present rank list is now expired, and so Kerala PSC will be soon be releasing advertisement for the assistant engineer post again for Kerala Water Authority Department. So our plan is to solve all the questions which were asked in 2016, especially mechanical engineering related questions, and with detailed description of the answers, so it will be helpful candidates preparing for Kerala Water Authority Assistant Engineering post. So best wishes to you all. Let's move on. A triangular lamina having a base 1 meter and a height 1.5 meter is placed vertically under water with the base parallel to the water surface and the base below 3 meters of water. The total force exerted on one face is. So we have a triangular lamina which is having a base 1 meter and a height 1.5 meter, and it is kept under water with its base parallel to the water surface. That is, this face is parallel to the water surface, and the base is 3 meter below. So this is 3 meter. So we have to find out what is the force exerted. So this height is 1.5 meter. Now we know that the expression of force is F is equal to rho g, hydrostatic force is rho g A x bar. Now density area of the triangular lamina is area equal to half into base into height, that is equal to half into 1 into 1.5. Now x bar is equal to this 1.5 plus x bar is this, that is 2/3 of h, 2/3 of 1.5, that is total x bar is equal to 1.5 plus, that is this distance, plus 2/3 into 1.5. Now rho is 1000 and g is equal to 9.81. So we get F is equal to 18.393 kilonewton. So answer is option B. Question number 2. At shut-off head of a centrifugal pump, the discharge is. So from this plot is the HQ curve of a centrifugal pump. So when the discharge is 0, so we know that the head corresponding to that is called shut-off head. So here the answer is option B. Question number 3. The minimum dissolved oxygen which should always be present in water in order to save aquatic life is. Option is C, 4 ppm. Next question. In the case of surface water of a pH of the range of 6 to 8, which is the most suitable coagulant? Answer is option A, alum. The pipe joint which is commonly used in pumping station are. Answer is flanged joint. It is not flexible joint, expansion joint, or socket and spigot joint. Usually flanged joints are used in pumping stations. The equation used for experimental measurement of viscosity is it Darcy equation, Stokes equation, Fanning equation, Hagen-Poiseuille equation? The option is Hagen-Poiseuille equation. So the Hagen-Poiseuille equation is given by Q is equal to pi d raised to 4 by 128 times mu into dp by dx. Here d is the diameter, mu is the viscosity, q is the flow rate, and dp by dx is the pressure gradient. So the setup which is commonly used is capillary tube viscometer. So this is the schematic of the setup. Now here dp by dx, there is pressure gradient, and dp is measured using manometer. Here m stands for manometer. The diameter is known. We have a constant head tank. This is a constant head tank which is maintained using a reservoir and a pump arrangement. So all the discharge is measured using a measuring cylinder. Here n stands for measuring cylinder. So we know discharge, we know the diameter, pressure gradient is also known. So the only unknown is viscosity. So Hagen-Poiseuille equation is used for experimental measurement of viscosity. Next question, orifice meter is used for measurement of flow rate. So some of the common measurement methods for measurement of mass flow rate or volume flow rate are variable area type flow meter, drag effect type flow meter. Some of the other type flow meters are positive displacement type flow meter, vortex shedding meter, turbine flow meter. This variable area type flow meter can be again divided into orifice meter or flow nozzle, and also Venturi meter. So the orifice meter is basically used for measurement of mass flow rate or volume flow rate or discharge Q. Next question, the optical pyrometer is working, and the working principle of optical pyrometer is, answer is Stefan-Boltzmann law. So Stefan-Boltzmann's law is given by Q equal to epsilon sigma T to the power 4. So comes from radiation heat transfer. Optical pyrometer is used for measurement of high temperatures, and the working principle is Stefan-Boltzmann's law. Now Froude number is directly proportional to. So what is Froude number? Froude number is the ratio of inertia force by gravity force. So inertia force is given by mass into acceleration times gravity force is given by mg. So mass we can write is as rho density into volume into acceleration is L by T square, that is meter per second square. Again m we can write it as m into g. So inertia force becomes rho into L square into L by T the whole square, by mass into acceleration, that is again mass is density into L cube into g. So that is equal to rho L square into L by T has the unit of velocity, that is meter per second, rho L square v square by rho L cube g, that is equal to v square by L into g. Now in some of the books it is Froude number is also given by v. Froude number is defined v by root of Lg. Now in the present key, the answer given is square of the impeller speed, that is v square by Lg. Next question, Peclet number is the product of. Answer is Reynolds number into Prandtl number. So Reynolds number into Prandtl number, Peclet number. So Reynolds number we know that it is rho Vd by mu, and Prandtl number we know that it is mu Cp by K. So on simplification we get it as Vd by K by rho Cp, that is K by rho Cp is alpha, Vd by alpha. So Peclet number is a product of Reynolds number and Prandtl number. We know that Rayleigh number is equal to Grashoff's number into Prandtl number. Important this one formula. Rayleigh number is Grashoff's Prandtl, Peclet number is Reynolds Prandtl. Next question, LMTD correction factors are used for. So LMTD correction factors are always used for parallel, cross flow, counter flow, irrespective of whichever is the configuration. So answer is all of the above. Slugging in fluidized bed. Slugging in fluidized bed occurs when particles are large. When the particles are large and heavy, yeah, it is correct option. The vessel is narrow and the bed is very deep. Again, slugging happens. So answer is both A and B. Option D is the right answer. Next question. In the CGS system, one stoke is basically the unit of viscosity. So one stoke is 1 centimeter square per second. Option is D. Next question. Fick's law of diffusion is analogous to. So there are two options are given. Newton's law of viscosity, Fourier's law of heat conduction. So we know that Newton's law of viscosity is given by tau is equal to mu du by dy. So Newton's law of viscosity. Then Fourier's law of heat conduction is given by Q is equal to minus K dt by dx heat flux. And Fick's law of diffusion is given by J is equal to minus d dc by dx. Here J is a mass flux, and this is basically the concentration gradient, and D is diffusion coefficient. So all the three are analogous. Option is both A and B. Next question. Heat and work are dependent upon the path of the system. D60. Answer is D. We know that dq is equal to du plus dw. So this here dq and dw are basically path functions, and du is a point function. Du can be written as u2 minus u1, but dq can never be written as q2 minus q1, or dw is not equal to w2 minus w1. It depends upon the path of the system. Hence heat and work are path functions. Question number 61. Air at 20 degrees centigrade blows over a hot plate of dimension 50 cross 60 centimeter. So we have a hot plate 50 centimeter and cross 60 centimeter. Air at 20 degrees centigrade is flowing over it, 20 degrees centigrade, and the hot plate is maintained at 250 degrees centigrade, and convective heat transfer coefficient is given as H is equal to 29 watts per meter square degree centigrade. It's a direct question. The heat transfer, what is the heat transfer is asked. We know that from Q is equal to, from Newton's law of cooling, HA delta T. So H is 29, area is 50 cross 60 centimeters. So unit in meters is 0.5 cross 0.6. Unit conversion is very important, and delta T is 250 minus 20. So on solving this, we will get the answer as 2 kilowatt. Option is D, 61. Next question. In a condenser of a power plant, the steam condenses at a temperature of 70 degrees centigrade. The cooling water enters at 30 degrees centigrade and leaves at 50 degrees centigrade. The logarithmic mean temperature difference is, so basically LMTD they have asked. So it's a condenser. So condenser, the temperature profile, steam condenses at 70 degrees centigrade. So everywhere it is 70 degrees centigrade condensation, no temperature change. The cooling water enters at 30 degree and leaves at 50 degrees centigrade. So here it is 50 degrees centigrade and it is enters at 30 degrees centigrade. So basically we know that LMTD is given by theta 1 minus theta 2 by ln theta 1 by theta 2. So where theta 1 is the temperature difference here and theta 2 is the temperature difference here. So theta 1 is 70 minus 30 minus theta 2 is 70 minus 50 by ln theta 1 by theta 2. Again 70 minus 30 is 40 by 70 minus 50 is 20. So that is equal to 20 by ln 2, or is equal to 28.8 degrees centigrade. The option is, or answer is option B. The work done in kilojoule per kilogram to pump water isentropically from 100 kilopascal and 30 degrees centigrade to 5 megapascal at constant specific volume, neglecting the changes in kinetic energy and potential energy is. So we know that P1 is equal to 100 kilopascal and T1 equal to 30 degrees centigrade and P2 is equal to 5 megapascal. So unit conversion is very important. 5 megapascal, that is equal to 5 into 10 cube kilopascal. So all the units we have written in kilopascal, and specific volume is 0.001021 kilometer cube per kilogram. So work done is given by W is equal to minus integral VdP. So that is equal to 0.001021 into dP is 5000. P2 minus P1, that is 5000 minus 100. The answer is 5 kilojoule per kilogram. Option is, choice is option A, 63A.